friends, Andy Vegan on a juice fasting day, and it is a gentle juice fasting. That means it is always gentle and delight, no pushing, and if it feels not right, headache or whatever, I just eat a little bit. And if everything is okay, I'm happy with juices all day, or maybe nut milks or seed milks. You can find more out about that on Tree Yoga Moon Fasting Facebook page, where some people are gathering, and I post a new recipe every week. I make a juice fasting day every week, once a week, and I always make something new. To be have more excitement, and also to find out about the ingredients, the produce. That's in my kitchen, in my cooking, is that the main thing always. Generally, you should the produce. It's very focusing on the produce and their qualities and how they play together. Today, I make a green juice that is very healthy. Greens are maybe the healthiest foods, among the healthiest. Berries are very good too. Cherries, blueberries, all these kind of things, also super healthy. But in general, every edible plant has their health benefits. And the greens have the advantage of a high nutrient content, minerals also, and especially, and above all, the kale is the most outstanding of all greens. No other green plant has that many nutrients like kale. Yeah, that's 3 leaves only, not too much, because it has a very strong flavor, according to the nutrients, the main nutrients, strong flavor. So I have to use a lot of oranges. In this case, I had to combine it with oranges. Oranges are wonderful too. 5 oranges I have here. They are very sweet and ripe. And you can also use the white from the oranges. That makes the juice creamier. It's very healthy. But most important in the orange is, apart from the fiber, and so we take it out in the juicing, is the vitamin C, and more even than that is the calcium. Many people don't know that we can almost use only oranges to get our whole calcium intake daily. Then you would have to eat a lot of oranges, but it is possible. They are super high in oranges, in calcium, the oranges. So I love orange juice in the morning. It's a very good habit, nothing wrong with it. And I don't do that every day, but it is a classic. In the hotels or so, you always get an orange juice, or also you get a falafel shop. With the Arabs, they always have orange juices and carrot juices. They mix both. It's a classic, and that's for a good reason, because they are so healthy. And the third ingredient today is ginger. I have a good amount of ginger today because it's so nice together with oranges, the ginger, and it also balances the sharpness of the intense flavor of the kale. Kale by itself is a little unpleasant if you don't cook it, just raw, but you can do something about it with other ingredients, such as ginger, such as orange. And as I said again, I repeat, 5 oranges for 3 leaves of kale. And when I say kale leaves, I'm talking about this. This is my kale plant. I have it found it in the health food shop, happily. You see, big stem. I use the stems in juicing, no problem. But there are even more nutrient content in there. These are the leaves, the single leaves. And 3 of these, maybe a little bit longer from the outside. I take it from the outside, and they are harvested in Germany after the first frost. Then they are the best nutrient content and the best flavor. They even turn sweet if they have been harvested at the right time after the first frost comes. They turn into a sweet flavor. Then they are best. But usually in the health food shops we find a little bitter versions. They don't harvest it always after the first frost. That's rare, actually, even in Germany, where we have it in winter only. So usually they are not that sweet. Of course, there are different kinds of kale. This is the one common in Germany. That's called kale here too. German word, Grünkohl, green chard, kale. And as I said, it's very healthy. And the easiest way to get it raw delicious, is in a juice with wonderful fruit and other ingredients. Today I make it very simple with this orange juice. It is basically an orange juice because I have most oranges, and then a little bit of kale and some powerful ginger. I will tell you what it tastes like after the juicing. I'll back in a moment. Hey, my juice is ready. I'm so happy. And you see that color here? This is a light green, and that comes from the orange mostly. Yeah, the green, the kale juice would be darker by its own, but with the orange it takes this color and it gets more creamy if I juice it, and if I put the trester through the juicer several times. Yeah, and the trester is pretty dry, and all the juice is in the juice actually. So I will try now the flavor. Are you excited now? Let's see. Good. Very nice. Very powerful juice. And I have about 3 inches of ginger. It's a lot. But together with the 5 oranges, the medium size, and 3 kale leaves, it is a perfect relationship, I guess. Neither sticks out too far. Yeah? Everything is even. I don't taste one of them predominantly. That's important, that the flavor turns into one, the new flavor. Never had that before. I'm excited. And the edgy flavor of the kale is very nice, balanced by that sweetness and sourness of the wonderful orange with a high calcium content and the vitamin C. And the ginger, the fire of the ginger, they takes also again away from the edges from the kale. It has a little bit edgy flavor sometimes if it is not perfectly ripe and harvested after the first frost. So it's a very nice juice. I show you right now what it looks like when I pour it into the glass. Yeah, it's very healthy and super high in nutrients. And as all the juices, we get the fiber out of the juice when juicing. That's why we juice. You want to get the fiber out. It looks like it's a little bit creamy. That's because of the several times of juicing. Then you get a little bit foamy. And I like this kind of creaminess. It's very gentle to drink. To me, the juice is like a meal. Yeah, it's 0.7, 0.8 liters here from 5 oranges and 3 leaves of kale. Just not a whole liter, but it is a nice meal. I drink it slowly, that once a week, only juices, and then I have nothing to do with digestion. The body rests, energy goes directly into the system, and it goes up and makes me feel high. Yeah, not like I have a drug or something, not like that, but very light, a high light feeling. That's very nice and pleasant, and I can feel more. The senses get more intensive. I feel more. That can be so. That's why I feel more. It can happen that I feel pain, or when the body detoxes, cleanses itself, can be painful sometimes. When I don't feel when I eat regularly, the body has a lot to do with the other things. I don't feel that much the body, and I sense more. I notice more. Also, hidden thoughts, old memories come up. These kind of things happen during fasting, so that can be a little bit unpleasant at the beginning. But you do it regularly, on regular terms, once a week through the years, then it becomes a wonderful, pleasant habit. And in the case of gentle juice fasting, especially, is the moment it turns into something stress-like, or painful, or unpleasant, or not delightful, I just eat a little bit more. Have a smoothie, or a soup, or light salad. Even can drink a coffee, doesn't matter. Because if it helps me to feel wonderful, that's most important, because gentle juice fasting is about flowing the energy inside. And the flow of energy means healing, feeling great. That's what happens when the energy flows, you feel great. That's why I do the gentle juice fasting. I find it so effective. And everybody can do it because it's so easy. You can just determine the right degree for you. Mostly is about a little bit discipline taken away from the calories. Yeah. Usually I eat 2,000 or 3,000 calories a day. Depends on what I do, sport or something, moving the body or the mind. Yeah, also use a lot of calories. And I reduce this kind of part of these calories during the fasting days, and that makes the body more awake, and the mind more wake up and cleanse and do these extra things. That's why we do it, not so much because of weight loss. That's not the purpose, the main purpose of fasting. Just reducing calories to get more attentive, more awake, and cleansing. And I find it a nice way, by the way, to make new recipes every time. And new juice recipes I find about the produce which work together best, and then I can make other recipes with this knowledge. Orange and kale, for example, are nice together with ginger. I find this knowledge mostly in juicing, and then I apply it on the other recipes. So if you like that, as I said, on Facebook we have this group, Tree Yoga Moon Fasting. You can join and be part of the Gentle Juice Fasting group, or you can also subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube, have another recipe every single day, and find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and Twitter. MD Vegan.